All right. Welcome everyone to episode 9. We got it wrong last time. It was episode 9 of, or 8 last time, of the Pendragon campaign. We're starting again. We'll see how tonight goes. We made some modifications with technology, so usually that backfires some way. But that's why we're doing the prologue. We left off with a cliffhanger involving the King in Yellow, and we'll go to Thomas.
Hello, I am Goratrix, and I am also Thomas. I'm Thomas in real life. I'm Goratrix here, and I don't like this particular king. I don't think he's very kingly.
I just think you don't like yellow, personally, myself. Mark.
It is partly that.
Hi, I'm Mark, and I'm not a big fan of yellow. Yeah, it's been a crazy last episode. Fucking Cthulhu shit going on, and let's see if we die today or not. So yeah. Carry on.
Perfect. And then Liam.
Hi, I'm Liam. I'm playing Sir Dallin of Durnford. I have no strong opinions about Yellow or Kings, so I'm looking forward to wherever this ends up.
No strong opinion about kings? You're sure you're a knight?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
Maybe soft opinions?
I've got a soft opinion. I've got a soft opinion I can show the King in Yellow. Just let me see him. I'll show him.
Please refer to our technical difficulty video beforehand. Video and audio. All right. So just to kick things off and get them underway, why don't you all just maybe give yourselves in the audience a bit of memory of the last, say, 5 or 10 minutes of play?
Ooh.
Gotcha. So, Goratrix got fucking decked by an old man with super strength. Or rather with a strange eldritch power beneath his fragile bones. Hit me in the head with a staff, and then got Julius Caesared by my friends here.
Yeah.
Fairly accurate.
Then we went deep into the pit with another knight. I think it was Sir Onion.
Yes,
Onion?
Yep,
that's him.
you got it.
Yep.
Of Steepleford
Uh,
Manor.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and then I think it was Edward, Onion, Sir Dalen. I think that was it. We were the ones who got staring at a strange symbol, and
we also had Rickard with us.
oh right, we did have Rickard, but he wasn't affected from the symbol, from what I remember.
No, he resisted as well.
Yes, and we all stared at it, except for good boy Goratrix, and Rickard, and our good friend Enion started laughing. The rest of us were just
laughing
staring.
maniacally.
Yep.
But yeah, Goratrix can't read at the best of times. The yellow sign is no exception.
No, yeah.
Right. So we're gonna go into some narrative stuff here. Just maybe before we do that, getting in character, what is Goratrix feeling right now with what's going on?
At first there was a brief flash of, oh wow, that worked, and he was running scared. I'm back where I was. He must have retreated. And then he sees his companions, Budferickirk of Newton Manor, the one good thing in it, just simply looking at it and smiling, this strange, entranced smile. And now he's confused, he's afraid, he's a little bit angry, but only at Narlatotep. And he just mainly wants to get his friends out of there and maybe stab a god.
Wrong Eldritch response. Haster.
Haster, gotcha.
Haster.
Is Haster the king in yellow?
Yes.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that Thotep is a whole bunch of other things, but the Pharaoh, Black Pharaoh, is like his big reference. So then King.
Yeah.
More of an Egyptian vibe.
Yeah. He's the crawling chaos.
Yep. And the other 100 dark names they give him. All right, so we're gonna pick up there. I'm gonna do a bit of a narrative piece, and then we'll start with you all on the road here. explain what happens. You find yourselves walking again amongst the forest road. There's mist all around you. You kind of remember going back on the path, but it all feels like a dream. You're back with the other knights now. Your full remaining living entourage with you. Gortrix at your side is the head of the former shepherd, the one that knocked you so far. Your bounty and claim, something that would allow you to report back on the finality of the one who caused all this death and chaos. It feels like you've been walking for hours. You remember speaking to the other knights when you returned, but it was almost as if you were daydreaming. The two guards of that shepherd seemingly were not around when you passed back. It's sort of surreal to all of you. But there is, in both Dallin and Edward's mind, a sense of peace. Whatever's been accomplished here today, is complete. It's done. Final. There's a victory in your mind. Can't place why.
The human part of me does not like that feeling, but the Dallin part of me goes, yeah, this is good.
All right, and so we'll let you guys discuss on the road here.
I didn't like that. Not one bit. I half expected to find a remainder of any of the captives they might have not sacrificed, but no. And also, I thought for sure there was. It's nothing.
I mean, we put down the cultist at large. Surely this is a victory for us.
I'm sorry. Were you saying something, Gortrix? I was somewhere else.
Yes. See, yeah, that's kind of what I'm. Never mind. I didn't stab a god. No, that's the main thing.
What? Whatever. Like, I don't know.
We
I feel
gave.
like we've certainly done some good here. Achieved something.
I think so too, but I don't think all that needed to be done was. I'm not sure why we left, or how, or where the guards went off to. Something felt off and not quite right. Perhaps I'm just getting paranoid, but we definitely gave vengeance to all that fell to these yellow-robed cultists.
I'll admit I also share in a feeling of some finality towards tonight's events. Maybe... I don't know. And Dallin just is clearly like, just tuned out, man. He's not having a good time with the feelings that he's having.
Sir Einian chimes in at that point and says, perhaps it's because we defeated the shepherd in yellow. We can return knowing that we've taken his head.
Yes, that must be it.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah, but the guy was super old, and he served a master who's still at large, and...
Do you
throw you
have...
across the room.
Yes, that's true.
Do you
that was
have...
actually kind of fun.
Gortrix, do you have suspicious checked?
Let me check. I do not.
You do now.
Oh no! But that's okay. In this case, it works.
And
I have
awareness
checked
rolls, everybody.
Hell yeah.
Woohoo!
Success.
That's a failure.
And I have not had my character sheet open, so now I'm fumbling.
All good.
Don't
all
actually
good.
fumble.
awareness.
That wouldn't be bad.
That's right. I'm good at that now.
It is
Oh,
Super
that's
Bowl
right.
Sunday, so technically, bless.
Oh, well.
Okay, so in this case, Goretrix is the one to notice the sound of a contingent on horseback. Very clear sounds of their. They are riding in formation, not very fast, just about the same pace you are, in your direction, coming around the bend towards you, with armor on.
Hark, armor contingent up ahead. It's probably friendly, but yes. Be ready.
You recall that you can agree to continue on the road to meet the others, though you did so in your daydream-like states. So it's kind of coming back to you right now. And sure enough, you see the face of the one you want to kill and the other knights of Salisbury.
Edward lowers his sword. Still not. He should be sheathing it.
Oh, Sir Jareth.
Goretrix. Ah, well, we came up short. Nothing to find on our side.
We were fortunate to meet in battle with a number of these cultists, but that is what they were.
What? Sorry? Cultists? I
Cultists.
thought we were looking for bandits.
We thought so too, but they did banditry in the name of the service to a dark, unknowable god. They left behind many sacrifices who we have not yet cut down.
It does seem that way, yes. That the original attacks were related to some worshipping of their king in yellow, as they called it. We have a prisoner with us. I hope to interrogate him. Dallin, clearly just loses the train of thought.
We also have this dead dude.
At this point, Jareth kind of spits on the ground and says, this is the problem. I've said this multiple times to the Count and to others. This is where allowing the other religions to exist beside the one true God leads to such corruption, such problems. Minds sway and go towards whatever offers false power.
Oh, this guy.
Can you guys? Hold on. I'm gonna get some. This isn't gonna be a test. This is just gonna be for anyone that has a certain number above a certain amount.
Oh, this guy.
Wrong sheet. One sec. Open up parents. I need one with the actual stat. Rule. I think I want to go with vengeful because that's ultimately what's driving it.
Oh no!
Is anyone like a 15 plus in?
Yep.
Are you?
That's not surprising.
Edward 16.
Okay.
Jesus.
Especially with these words and what's going on with you right now, Edward, you're gonna have to make a roll against your lower stat, I believe, which would be one sec.
Does he get a bonus because the person who's saying it is someone who inspires homicidal rage?
No, that's part of why this is happening. Otherwise, it might not be.
Yeah. I mean, depending on what's going on, Edward, not fucked up in the head, actually kind of agrees with him on this matter.
Hey.
It's kind of like, you gotta admit, he kind of has a point.
You got to admit nothing.
Would you say that's the prudent side of Edward?
That's a good question.
When you look at your personality traits, is there any in particular, like the positive ones, that would be what is is it a practical thought that is like, yeah, he's kind of got a point?
That's a good question. I guess it's less like his personality traits and more like his perception towards his faith as a whole, because he's British Christian, and kind of stepped away from his own family because they were Roman Christian, and it's that kind of that he prefers like seeing the modern side of the British religion, but also just the importance of control over the world and
Okay.
I guess it would kind of be not worldly, because that's on the other side.
It'd be like spiritual? Or
I
is it?
guess so.
It's not really
It's not really high
religious.
in spiritual either.
Yeah. That's hold on.
For him, it's a mix of like religion and practicality. It's the whole allowing these multiple faiths to spring up will cause problems than like a singular faith would.
Yeah, because Christianity's never had heresies before.
Exactly, never causes problems before.
I think in this case, then I would probably say like prudence, like prudence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Prudence.
So why don't you test prudent versus vengeful? The higher score wins out.
Okay. There's a good chance vengeful will win.
I know.
Oh, we'll see though. That's a success towards prudence. I have to botch on this or roll lower than a 9. Roll lower than a 9, Prudence wins.
You actually picture in your mind pulling out your sword and just running it alongside Jarrett's neck. Not that it's probably the first time you've pictured that, but
It's normal.
Yeah.
it's especially vivid in your mind right now. But you realize that despite his tone, the words he speaks seem to resonate with you. And it's enough to hold you off, which is good because I wasn't going to give you a counter roll unless there was one that actually applied. So,
All right. Fun.
Well, that's your opinion. Anyway, that said, we found the person who was leading them. They died, and we saw a place of their worship, but a couple got away.
and this one, Gareth motions to the head that you wear on this, hang on the side of your steed.
Oh yeah, he was the leader. He was some kind of strange magician. He appeared from nowhere. He made fog extrude from him, and he hit
Incredible
me
strength.
really hard.
Yes. He called himself their shepherd, I think. But he seemed... Though we caught him off guard with slaying him, he seemed at peace. Which implies that he had some true faith in whatever it was he worshipped.
Well then, if he was this cult leader of sorts, then I'd say we've done what we can. These cultists are very clearly not knights. Must be peasants and other simpletons in the area. We can move beyond them. They'll scatter without their leader. Move back and return. Speak to our count and report it forward if we must to the king.
I doubt they're going to do anything so extreme for quite some time more, but people like these, the cultists, will reconvene in dark places unseen by any, and they'll rebuild. But when they do, we can stab them again.
I fear this will not be the last time we find ourselves against this group of demonic worshippers.
I shall need to perhaps try and gain an audience with the Merlin, though I imagine he is very busy. This has troubled me a lot.
See. Well, let's return home, if you all agree.
We may return sometime later to gather the bodies of our fallen compatriots. See to it they are given proper burials.
Of course. All right. Is there anything else you all want to do with that scene or that particular adventure?
I kind of liked the idea of Edward running his sword along Sir Jareth's throat, but yeah.
Yeah.
Alternatively, might I suggest we take this prisoner and relieve us of him to Merlin specifically? If we
That
can get an
sounds
audience
fine.
with him? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
We'll see. As well, one thing Edward does, either on his own or on the way back, is return to his mother's place and find that amulet that was left on the ground when it burned down.
You do find it. It takes some sifting through, but you do find it. And you realize, despite your attempts, you are filled with at least a bit of, I guess, I don't know how Edward I'm not going to suggest that Edward feel a certain way, but you find out that your mother was not among the hanged. You're able to confirm that. There's a count in a scenario where they bring the women before you have you confirm, which is not a fun situation to
No,
encounter.
Yeah, it's tremendously
Yeah.
depressing.
It's both like anxiety filling, and then done it's like, oh, there's a lot of people dead. This is not good. Like,
Your uncle and Cadfile will assist you in that if you want them to, like to make sure you don't have to do it all.
no, he'd be like, I need to.
I
take
have
this,
to.
but
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He
Okay.
It's not a trust thing. It's just that it's something he has to do. And in the end, finding out that none of them are his mother, his mind can't help but fall back to the words of that strange old man, saying that they would turn the others and embrace them into their fold. And Help wonders if his mother runs amongst the cultists or is hiding out somewhere.
All right. Well, in that case, you all return to Salisbury. You can go ahead and mark 100 glory event each.
Ooh,
Nice.
some good cultist slaying glory.
Hell yeah.
It's not quite as worth as like a battle and all that for glory goes, but that makes sense. Like it's more of an unsung tale or a tale spoken in whispers. For those that aren't Goratrix, in your sleep that follows, you find yourselves within strange dreams, spirited away to another world, the ruined land of Carcosa, where the towers rise behind the moon, the clouds, waves break. There's an awful abode of lost souls. You don't really recall what you experienced while you're there. It's more like feelings and that thought that there's something memorable or important, but it fades as quickly as some dreams do, some nightmares. And we'll call that end of that particular quest.
Before that quest is over, I want Goratrix to just do a little bit of light experimentation. He'd like to take the staff with a bit of bandage cloth wrapped around it and just gently whack a tree to see if it will go flying or if the staff has any like magic powers. I expect no. Gonk.
Nothing from those experiments occur. Like nothing happens as a result of that. No.
Oh, well, I guess this is going to Merlin anyway.
Yeah,
Right.
how do we go about that? Do we write a letter to somebody and say, hey, we've got some stuff for Merlin?
It's kind of like, can I speak to the arch? The arch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
We'll probably need to send a letter to Maddox because there's not exactly a like
Maddox
formal
knows him.
line
Yeah.
of there's not a formal
exactly.
That's
line
right.
of communication that goes to the Archdruid.
I forgot we were
We
buds
have a
with
letter
Maddox.
for the Pope.
Yes.
No,
No,
Get
we
me through
we
right
don't.
way, right now.
Yeah, we don't have the letter for the Pope. We have a letter for the secret Pope,
Super secret Pope.
who meets in dark forests with other secret bishops.
All right. Yeah. So a letter makes sense, or a notice. You don't quite get back what you want necessarily, which is a direct audience or anything with Merlin, as much as an invitation to Christmas Court from Maddox, where he believes Merlin will be present.
That sounds fine.
All right, so we're going to change scenes. We're going to roll up Christmas Court here. Let's figure out where this is.
Hell yeah.
I'm dreaming of a yellow Christmas.
Ew, that's so gross.
Don't eat yellow snow, kids. It's not good for you.
That's how you end up as a cultist.
All right. What's this roll? I think it's a 20. Someone give me a d20 roll.
You guys want
This is determine
I'll
where
do it.
Christmas Court is right now.
to
As
go
it
forth, Sir
moves.
Dylan?
Oh,
That's an
18.
18.
I don't know
Dang.
what it determines, but I like high rolls.
It tends to narrow down where, so this is going to be somewhere in Thamesmith. I need another d20 roll from somebody else.
You, Mark?
sure, I'll go. D20, 16.
Oh yeah.
Is it Lud? L-L-U-D? Is that how you pronounce that?
L-U... what?
L-L-U-D?
Oh,
Lud...
Lud's Castle. Yeah, it was like
you
Ludwig.
Luddite.
Yeah, that's right.
Lud-
So
Luddite.
Lud's Castle. So the fiefdom holder is the Sheriff of Thamesmith and Baroque. Or Barrack. B-R-O-C. B-double-R-O-C. Brock.
Brock Lesnar.
Sir Elwyn, Sheriff of Londonium. All right, so you'll be at Lud's Castle. I'm going to go ahead and do the change scene prep for that. You guys can go ahead and shoot the breeze for a few seconds. Feel
All
free
right.
to. Do you want to do an in-character scene? If not, you're more than welcome to just chat and banter. It's just as good. It won't take me long.
I'm good with pretty much anything. The thing that Goratrix might want to touch on in character is avenging his father and having to run a house now, being the sole knight.
How long has it been since our adventure again?
It's been like a couple of months. That's it. So
A couple of months.
spring was the battle. Summer was the. So actually, I guess more like 5 months because you
5
would have been
months, yeah.
midsummer. Yeah.
That's a good amount of time. I think
Yeah.
Dallin has more or less emotionally recovered from the shenanigans.
Yeah,
Well,
a lot. It helps
actually-
that a lot of it feels like dreams.
Might being more uncomfortable now that it's probably cold and snowy out.
Yeah.
Quick question for you, Bob, not to distract you, but
Yeah.
how much do I heal over that 5 months over that season? Because I'm at 19 hit points, which is not my maximum.
That's a really
My
good
healing
point.
rate-
That's a good
My
question.
healing-
How much do
My
we
healing
heal?
rate says I have got a stat that's called healing rate, and it says it's 3, but I don't know what
So
that.
I think that's every Sunday you heal 3.
Yeah.
every
so
Sunday.
Over
Yeah.
So I've over 5 months is 20 Sundays, so you're good.
Yeah.
Sunday
okay.
at noon, no
definitely
less.
So
Yeah,
you'd
then
have
what's
60
my
60 HP return.
total hit points?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yay, I'm healthy again.
I'm not dying. Woo!
Woo!
Yeah.
Guys,
Not gonna lie.
managing a mana sucks.
Tell
So
me
much.
about it. I've been doing it for years at this point.
You have my sympathies in a way you haven't had before. It's a nightmare.
Well, at
My,
least it won't be my problem till my brother becomes of age.
My
Alright.
father passed far before he could really teach me such lessons, so it has been very much a struggle to accommodate, but fortunately, the deeds of the last year or so have brought some new travelers to the manor, and that has kept business flowing and things relatively healthy.
Indeed. I forget I am not alone in my struggles, and that people such as you suffer through far much more hardship. But my God, if I have to listen to someone talk about how a river is infringing on their property, I'm going to lose it.
Every goddamn week.
I can't move a river.
Can I
I
just say I can't wait till we get to night court? Oh,
yeah.
I just can't.
Although perhaps it is flattering that they think it is within my power. Maybe yeah. I could try and contact a druid or something.
I don't know if it's true, but it's a really good way to look.
Yeah.
Also, one change that Edward has throughout these months is that he now wears the necklace or amulet that his mother had, kind of like tied to his belt, so it kind of jingles a little at his side.
Gortrix no longer keeps the head, but he has delivered that. But he will keep the staff for now, though treated with the appropriate amount of caution and respect. You can tell he's gotten not meaner, because he hasn't gotten mean. He's gotten the opposite of mean. But he seems more
Hmm.
cautious, or suspicious is the right
Callous.
word.
Cal?
No, not callous.
Harsh.
Because no, not harsh.
Cruel.
No,
Violent.
suspicious.
What is
Cautious.
4 letters?
Yes, 4 letters. He's gotten loud.
Loud.
No. It's like he's keeping something back from you guys, which isn't usual for Goratrix. Yeah, sorry, Serpentine. I can't carry the head everywhere. People will look at Goratrix funny.
Yeah.
Though once Sir Jareth died, who knows?
All right, we'll do just a little bit of an introduction because Matic would have met with you. That's where my brain is going. Met with you ahead of time. Just let you know that Merlin hasn't appeared yet. You would, I imagine, you wrote to him about what was going on.
Yeah.
Also, Bob, I think you need to move us over to the
Yeah, no, I got that. Yeah, we're not quite at the feast, but that's a very good point. If everyone else can see it, you guys should be allowed to.
Yeah.
Nothing special.
Goratrix would have added a secret thing to his letter, which was that he would like to speak to Merlin privately at some point.
Got it. Noted. So Maddox still has the letter. He just lets you know that he's reached out to. I've reached out to everyone that I could to call him back to us, but Merlin works as he does. My father insists that's how it's always been.
For the longest time, you and he seemed near joined at the hip. That's how we met together.
He has a look, kind of like a frustration when you say that, and he says, "Yes, well, I was part of his plan. Now that I have fulfilled that part." Merlin's mysterious. Keeps his priorities far from our knowledge. It seems that he was very adamant that I rise to my rightful place. Now that I have, I've seen very little of him. He's off on the countryside doing God knows what else.
Godrix looks up to the sky as if to confirm that God does indeed know.
Has that ever
but
worked
he
for
does
Gortrix before?
never work for Goratrix.
Yeah, didn't think so.
It doesn't seem that any signs up there. But he does say, I'm sure he sees you as a friend, if not a rightful liege lord. Otherwise, he would not have Well,
Oh, I think either I froze or Thomas froze.
Big Thomas froze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thomas, we've lost the boy.
oh,
Oh no! Oh, there is.
Voice is back. Video is not.
Picture's
You
not.
may want to toggle video
Yeah.
on and on. Oh, you're
Nope,
back.
Here we go.
You're back.
Oh,
Back.
he lives.
Can you hear us?
Glory.
You've
oh,
returned.
that's not good.
Can you hear
Thomas,
us?
can you hear us?
Thomas? No, he can't hear us.
I'm gonna
He
guess
can't
that's
hear
a
us.
no.
Nope.
Someone want to ping him on Discord and just let him know, because I think it's probably reaching out to us on Discord. All right.
Oh, his internet crashed.
Oh, you can hear me?
We can
Yes,
hear
Can you
you.
also
hear
see
you.
me?
Yes, we can.
Everything's frozen on my end.
Maybe just jump out and jump
Oh.
back in.
It's back.
Oh,
you
hey.
can hear us now?
Yeah.
Alright.
The internet cut out for 5 seconds, which meant everything needed a minute to recover. But I am back. Did anything
Magical.
happen?
You're
Did you guys?
only a
say?
quarter of your statement came through before you froze.
Yeah.
Got you.
So, and I forget
all
now what your statement was to give
Gotcha.
you any.
Basically, Gartrix was saying, I'm sure he saw you as a friend, if not a rightful liege.
Perhaps.
Otherwise, he would not have taken such pains.
It's one thing I've learned since being prince. You are part of everyone's agendas, even those you think are your friends. There's like a very pointed piece to that. Again, I mean, it's not the first time where Maddox had like near threat-like thing. This seems less threat-like and more like a sense of
Morose.
suspicion on him, right?
Mm.
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do with that? If not, we can go into feast mode.
Yeah.
Feast
Gartrix
mode.
doesn't know what to say to that, so says,
We're going
Sure.
feast mode, boys.
we're
He
going
does-
feast mode.
He does get friendly with you though, like the moment, things open back up again and you move away from Merlin-oriented conversations. At least not deep Merlin-oriented conversations.
That's
Right.
good.
We know the immense pressures that Maddox feels on him and that he
Oh,
needs to
yeah.
act like a little jerk
Yeah.
sometimes. We get it. We
Yeah.
understand.
I think I want the Pendragon playlist, not 2016 rap playlist. Curious about that.
Nothing fits medieval court of
Yeah.
Arthurian legend than
Modern rap.
Godzilla
We
by
will
Eminem.
rock you.
Yeah.
I hear you. All right, let's see. Go to the medieval.
I'm so energetic, you guys. Energetic 17.
Ooh, that's fun.
Mm.
That never burns you in any negative way.
No, never.
All right, let's go ahead and get the cards going. Because to be honest, that's what we're here for.
Oh,
I'm gonna roll appearance first.
Yeah.
See where we're sitting.
Yeah. So please do. Everyone, an appearance roll. Criticals above the salt. Success near the salt. Failures below the salt.
I'm ready.
Come
I think it's
on.
my time to be below the salt.
Oh, that's a failure. I'm below
No
the
modifiers?
Hey, success. No,
No
modifier,
modifiers.
just appearance.
salt. No modifier.
There is a fashion one. I have to look into the rules on that. Fashion can affect your appearance, but fashion is also not a non-knightly skill.
So if you roll it, you lose honor.
Yeah.
Oh, I love being the prettiest out of all of you guys for some reason.
So we have Edward. Hey, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
already set up. This is literally
Yeah,
the outcome of our
exactly
last
the
feast.
same.
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great. Okay. So I've added Cadfile, Rickirk. There's Sirbelius. What do you guys want me to say here? I'm gonna do this right now live on stream because I think it'll be fun. What do you want me to add for the tooltip for Bellius? It'll be your tooltip anyways. So
Bernie Pants Boy. Bernie Pants Boy.
Bernie
It's a
Pants
classic.
Boy is pretty good.
Bernie Pants
Yeah.
Boy, yeah.
and then should I add his formal
Wait,
title?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just so
yeah.
we remember it.
Bernie Pants Boy - War Hero, I think, is a good one to go for.
Yes.
And then I think I can't remember his formal title, to be honest, but he's basically Uther's
Let me-
first knight.
Yeah.
You know?
Right hand.
Yeah. He's effectively Uther's first knight. And
Yeah.
then I've heard-
Household knight sworn to Prince Uther from America.
Go. So his tooltip's up. Bernie Pants Boy.
Amazing.
And then I don't think you need a tooltip for Matic and Uther. I can throw them in
Nah.
later.
Nah.
Yeah.
We know
Yeah.
who they are.
We got Cadfell and
It's
Rickard
in the title.
are both here, right?
Yes, right at the bottom.
No, there.
All right, and then let me just look through my list of NPCs and see what else might be. Sir Robert will not be, because his Duke is not here. Duke Gorwa, strange as it is not present. But neither is
So
the
that won't
Count.
be a problem.
Neither is the Count or Duke Ulfius. But these are kind of times of peace right now, and Winter Court isn't necessarily the best time to travel. This being way out on Thamesmouth makes sense that they wouldn't. That's quite a
Yeah.
journey to Salisbury. So,
Yeah.
I
But-
never miss a chance to go to a party.
but for entertainment, Sir Onwar will be here. Blevum, which was Mark's tooltippy guy. Actually, Thomas, do you have that in that same thing? Do you have on Discord? Do you have Blevum's or Sir Onwar's little piece?
Sir Anwar. Unfortunately, no. This is the one that liked Sir Edward's worldly comment.
Yeah.
And
Can you guys hear me?
disliked the Irish.
Yep.
We can.
Oh.
If you were talking before, we couldn't.
Oh, you guys went all robot for me for a little bit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Is everyone frozen?
Hi?
It's good on my. Oh.
Oh, hello?
Thomas is frozen. Am I frozen? Hello?
I think you're
I
okay.
lost-
Okay.
I lost distance for a second there.
Jesus.
You guys went all robot, and then after you guys said, no,
I'm back.
you.
Hello.
Oh,
Did
hi.
Sorry about that.
Did I cut out, or is this just like everyone having technical difficulties at the same time?
Everybody.
I think
Thomas,
we
give us
just
the
everybody
word.
at the same time.
Give us the
I
word.
I
think
lost
so.
everybody. So
Me too.
That, like on my side, on my end. So
Might need
it's
a
the
group
king in
dance
yellow.
for
He's
this
coming
one.
after
Yes,
Yeah.
he's coming out of the fourth wall. You named him.
us.
But yeah, Sir Anwar was the one who liked Sir Edward's worldly comment, and hated the Irish. I think.
Yes, he was with us in the battle.
Friend of Sir Edward, then, is what I put. Liked his worldly comment. This is triggers.
He is Edward's friend.
And then because he's not a super big name, I'm just gonna put his name in the. That way, we're not flooded with tokens with names on them.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the general structure for this particular feast. We're going to do 3 rounds. And I think we start with the person with the highest glory seated at the highest level. So-
I'm on 2894.
What's Dalin's glory?
Dallin is at, I believe, total or just for the.
Yeah, total glory.
Total?
Actually, you
I'm
don't
at,
count the 100 that you just got because that doesn't factor until the end of the year. Yeah.
Don't count.
2794 then.
That. Okay. Yeah. In that case, I am at 2415.
So Goratrix is up first because he's the highest at near the soul.
Hell yeah.
Glorious.
Glory.
Glory
So
boy.
I
You're-
draw 2 cards, right?
Yeah. Yes, you do. at that glory, you do. I think when you guys hit 3,000, you actually start to draw like 3 cards.
Oh, nice.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful.
and just to note,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Bob.
No, go ahead.
It's Dallin and then Goretrix, or Goretrix and then Dallin.
Goretrix, then Dallin,
Gotcha.
and then Edward. So let's go with Goretrix first.
Alrighty. Now, I have a couple options. I could gorge myself. I could listen to gossip. I can try and listen for rumors and stuff. But you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw feast cards.
Yeah, it's fair.
Alright. Let me draw 2.
Cool.
Host calls for a hunt. The host asks you and your friends to join him a hunt or at falconry the day after the feast. Anyone who agrees to join the hunt, hold on, it's not big enough. I can't see the word at the first line.
We can stretch it.
Oh no, it's like fuzzy.
Anyone wins the hunt? This is the king in yellow that's messed with the card.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tick something.
Something versus hunting.
What is that?
In falconry or hunting.
Yes,
Okay,
that's what
falconry
it
or
is.
hunting.
Oh, I think it's gains.
Yep, gains a tick.
Gains a check in falconry or hunting.
Got you.
So yeah, so if you accept that
okay.
card, you take your friends along with you for a free check and some kind of scene with the sheriff of
Gotcha.
as the host, right?
Yeah. And there's also alms. A monk is asking alms to donate to the church. You roll spiritual, and on a success, you must give at least 1 S to the church. For each half pound donated, gain 5 glory, and if you give at least half a pound, you tick generous. We've saved monks from a time of starvation. I think that's spiritual enough. I'm going to invite my good friends along with me to a hunt with the host.
Okay.
Oh, how kind of you.
All right, yeah.
Give me a sec here. Let's do this as a little bit of a scene, but let me just look up the boy here.
I'm
Sir.
very bad at hunting.
Well,
Don't
now
worry.
you'll be slightly less bad.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think we
we'll
have
kill
to
it.
roll. I
Yeah,
don't
you can
understand this
also-
because it
No,
says a
yeah.
player may decline this, but why would you?
Yeah, maybe it's because you have got something else you want, and maybe you have to decline if you've got another card going on.
Maybe you're sleeping with Guinevere and you don't want to go for a
Yeah,
Yeah, you
hunt
don't.
with.
Yeah, you don't want to end
King.
on a hunt with the king.
Just throwing
At the
out an
very end, it says,
example.
host may kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me check.
I'm like 10 years older than Guinevere. It's totally inappropriate.
The sheriff is a slightly bigger man, just bigger in general. He's tall. So I guess in that sense, there might be that awkward giant's look that Goretrix and him give each other for a moment.
Yeah.
And then he approaches you and says, "You're Goretrix, one of Prince's friends, if I recall. One of the friends from Salisbury."
That's right. It's an honor to meet you, Sir Eldon. Sorry, did I get that right? Out of character.
Yeah. Yep, you did.
It's an honor to meet you, Sir Eldon, and thank you for proving a good host. Yes, that's us.
That's my duty, after all. But duties can get in the way of entertaining times for us knights. With battle
Oh,
behind
don't I know
us, how would you feel about a winter feast, perhaps? Perhaps something, or sorry, someone's got their stream on and it's like flowing in my ear in the background a little bit. All good. No, it's okay. It's not a.
That was me.
I-
Sorry.
no, it's
I thought
okay.
I muted myself.
Yeah, it's good. I just hearing what I said like 10 seconds ago back in my ear and it's throwing me off. So he says, how would you feel about a winter hunt? Something to get us out after all these big meals and stretch a bit, enjoy ourselves, do things that we're supposed to do as knights.
I'd
Ride
agree
on a horse,
wholeheartedly.
use our spears.
There's not enough times that we can do something active, and when we do, we're chasing down bandits or fighting in wars. Something in peace time where we can get the blood flowing in both ways. That's what I like to do.
Have you any experience in the forest in Thamesmith?
Thamesmouth, no. It's more Salisbury and the areas around Winterbourne Stoke and on the roads up to Londinium that I am accustomed to hunting.
Understood. Well, then it's a must. Gather your friends. We'll go about tomorrow, after the feasts and celebrations are over. Invite anyone that you feel is ready and up for the task.
I shall do. I'll spread the word.
And make sure that anyone going, this is very important, drinks a fair amount today. It's important that we all feel it's a struggle tomorrow.
I know exactly how you feel. That's a great idea.
But I see we're of like mind then. And with that, he pats you on the arm quite firmly. He's an older guy in his early 40s.
Anything that's easy, barely worth doing.
That he wanders back to. He's at the high table because he's the host.
Yeah. What a nice man. But yes, Gorchux will absolutely extend this offer of hunting and or falconry to Sir Dalen by the salt, and make his way over to Edward below, and just tell him that he's been invited and extends the offer as well.
Oh, definitely. I'm there.
Yeah, guy's really cool.
Sure. I suppose I'm not much of a hunter myself, but I suppose if you are all going, I might as well.
Yes, and that's nonsense, Sir Dalen. If it weren't for you, we probably wouldn't have caught the boar, and we'd have looked very silly in front of Sir Maddock.
Oh, please do not remind me about the boar situation as a positive of why we should go hunting. You do remember how that actually went, right?
I remember we returned victorious after a long and successful hunt.
Right.
I perhaps remember it a little different then.
You must accentuate the positive. But yes, it'll be good to see all of you there. He recommends we turn up hungover. I leave it up to your individual tastes.
I see.
We'll see how the night goes.
All right, and I think with that, it's a perfect opportunity to you can hold onto that card, and then we'll reclaim the other one. Actually, push them both off to the black down below. Make yourself
Down
a little
into the
pile.
depths.
So remember the one you kept and the one you discarded. And then Dallin, you're up.
Dallin time. All right, I'm gonna click the draw button twice.
Please do.
Ooh,
Did it work?
I don't know.
I think you need to drag it.
I guess
no,
I must
you-
drag it. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm dragging it. I'm doing it.
Working?
Bam. Old
Old
friends. And this other one.
Ooh, malicious
fun.
slander.
Goodness. All right, so I've been
Oh, that's
kind
what I
of
got last.
I've been kind of getting screwed on the geniality lately. All right, so we got old friends, an older knight who was a friend of your father. Oh, tells you some good
Oh.
stories. Love family. I'm good at that. I love my family. I love my family more than Edward loves his lord. That's that's pretty good. If I accept his offer, oh, that actually sounds pretty good. Ooh, okay. And then the malicious slander. What's my modest? Ugh, not as good as my love family. Yeah, I'm doing old friends. I like that one more thematically as well.
Man, this guy's expensive.
Right? It's like,
I did not even read that, but honestly, having another night around the house is going to be valuable.
Oh, yeah,
It's
full
going to
on.
be worth that cost.
you are also lacking any sort of. I think
Income?
Dallin, aren't you the only house knight right now?
I am, yeah. Perrin is the next closest, and he's still a couple of years out.
So technically, like, as much as it's sort of like by paying for his food, you also kind of accidentally, it's like when you get that person that's couch surfing, but they're also like really, really skilled around the house, so they can fix stuff for
Yeah.
you. You're getting
Yeah,
that,
you can crash on my couch if you're cooking dinner. I mean, that's
Like,
fine.
part of his right of hospitality would be if there's trouble and he's a knight, he would protect the king's lands, right? Wherever he is.
I dig.
Which happens to
I
be
dig that.
on your couch or whatever, in your spare
All
bed.
right.
So
Let me test Love Family here. Don't goof it. I've got an 18. Upsetting.
Oh my Christ!
oh, what's it say for the botch?
There's no fumble.
Anything.
It's
Who
just
else? Yeah.
if decline.
If you fail, you fail.
I think it's
No,
in your hands here, Bob.
I don't think there's a roll.
No,
there
it does.
Oh,
On
that
a
family roll.
success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just nothing
Yeah.
happens on a failure.
So Bob,
Mhm.
I have a suggestion for that fumble if you like.
Yeah, please do, because I'm trying to follow it. So let's see what your suggestion.
Would this man have known my father at a time when my father had a daughter, Elizabeth, and a son,
Yeah, absolutely.
Dallin?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that could potentially be fumble worthy.
Okay.
Oh.
Is it that this guy starts to offend or ask about Elizabeth?
It could be that
Yeah.
there's something about the Elizabeth situation that he picks up on or whatever. I'll leave it in your
I
hands.
think he might creep Dallin out by being a little too, like, I think in this case,
Oh, he's one of
things are
those
going
uncles.
well, and he's like, I'll be around. Well, he's a single knight, even though he's older.
Yeah.
So he's like, can't help but wonder how Elizabeth's doing. And
Oh.
is she married?
No. Elizabeth has been.
That's a shame.
Yes. There have been some suitors, but she's been struggling a little bit with her health lately. We're trying to make sure that we don't.
I understand. It's important that you take your time in finding the right person. Someone, of course, who will take care of your family as much as your father did. Someone who understands your father. Yes. Am I doing a good job?
Yes.
Creeping down out?
Yeah. Anyway, I've got alcohol to drink over here. Nice seeing you.
Well, get back to me if that offer. I'd love to see Salisbury sometime.
Of course. You're welcome to come visit sometime.
Perfect.
I'll be sure to write you a letter sometime in the near future, and you can.
Excellent.
Yes.
And then he, gives you a pat on the shoulder. The typical thing an old knight does to a young knight. And
Where's the alcohol?
That guy seemed nice.
He claimed to know my father, but he didn't talk much about my father. More, he spoke about Elizabeth and how single they both were.
That's a little weird.
Oh, yes. Very weird. I thought... No, it is. Yes, very weird.
It's especially weird for me as her brother.
Yeah.
there's a very different...
Edward's is great. Matter of fact, yep.
That is something true, yes.
Yes. And Goratrix going like, yep. I could see why that would be awkward.
I picture.
I've somehow stolen 2 cards into my personal hand. That's what happened when I drew them.
Oh, right, yeah.
I'll
think
just
you
hang
can
on
put
to
them
those,
back.
and those will be my cards next round if you want, Bob.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
think I can pull them out. All right, I'll drop these here. Yeah.
Give me a D6. Liam.
Oh goodness. All right, D6.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh
this
boy.
isn't anything terrible. It's
Okay.
We're finding out where this lad's from.
okay.
As a
That
6.
was-
Yeah, I thought you were going to do. How many years does he persist with this?
Give me a D20.
And a D20. One D20. That's another 18. I'm doing great on the rolls that aren't like things that I'm good at.
Yeah,
Today.
Cornwall. Yeah, he's from Cornwall.
Oh, he's one of those. Ugh.
Yeah.
Dallin just constantly making friends with Cornwall folk. So
Oh man.
yeah, okay. So we'll count that as the round. Oh, I was gonna give you a Kimric name for him. Let's look up that. Go ahead and name this dude.
Do you still click prudent, or if you failed, it's not that you declined, it's more that something else went down?
That would be my interpretation, but it's
Yeah.
up to Bob, I suppose.
Well, there was no test, right? So what is it?
There was a test,
there
but
was.
there's no fail result. It's just
Yeah, there's-
it doesn't
Yeah,
happen.
success. Yeah, so I guess. Could have been really good. It wasn't.
It could have been so good. There was a literal 2 out of 20 chance that I fucked that up, and I fucked it up in the worst way.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
I'm
worst way.
so upset about that.
Do you want to do /roll 1d1000 for me?
Yeah, sure. I'm so good at that. Roll
Just naming this dude.
1,000. Bam. That's 862, sir.
That's an interesting name.
Yes, sir. 862. Don't ask about his brother, 861. He doesn't like to talk about it.
Rizart is his name.
Rizart.
Rhisiart, but it's got a
Like
pronunciation.
RH.
Rizart, actually, is his name.
Oh, so it's not like the fart that Rizzo made. It's
No.
it's Rizard. Yeah.
Rizard.
Okay. Rizard.
Richard.
Oh, thank you.
It's
Thank
basically
you,
Richard.
Thomas.
Yeah.
No,
Alright.
I'm pretty sure it's Richard.
Richard. Yeah. I like it. Let's keep it. We gotta find like names that bust on everyone that's not you guys. So
Yeah.
as any good role-playing game has. So sorry, let's look at that card because there was still a question, right, about how it worked.
Yeah.
If you fail. You know what?
Got you.
There is no
Yeah.
check because the success is when he asks to stay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it
On the
never
failure,
gets to
he
that.
doesn't.
Yeah.
That's what we were thinking. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. So that goes to Edward. Your turn, sir.
Edward
And-
is gonna fuck his shit up. Let's draw 2 cards. Card 1, more food. The best weapon. Oh, this might be a hard
Oh,
one.
Yes.
Okay. More food. Another plate of food is brought out. I think this one's already been drawn. Make a con check. Indulgence versus 10. Okay, and the best weapon. Several knights are arguing about their favorite weapon. Weapon seal your choice. I'm going to choose the best weapon.
Yes. You are
So-
the best at your weapon.
Yes. So this would be like a lot of the knights are like mercenary knights at the low, below the salt, right? A lot of them
Yeah.
are not vassal knights, so it makes sense that there would be something a little bit more. I get the graciousness that you might see at the vassal knight levels gone here, a bit more blunt.
Yeah.
And
I think Edward is a little bit more at home with these kinds of people. So they're not like judging him
Yeah.
for something for the control of his birth. So hey, I think he's just enjoying himself among them. And like when the topic of conversation of the best weapon comes up, Edward just kind of says, having like a few drinks and a drink in his hand that he's currently sipping down, like, You can't beat the sword. There's just something about its design, its speed, and the ability to cut through almost anything that makes it the best weapon to wield.
Let's go ahead and give a roll on that.
It slash, it stab, it kill. What more do you want, you heathens?
In
It also, yeah,
in
it also,
Pendragon,
if you don't
it
understand,
wins
it's life.
tiebreakers.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
That's a success.
All right.
And a tick on the sword is very good for
I already
you.
have it ticked.
Oh, never mind. Then.
Yeah, it's
Give
not
me
as
this.
good.
It would have been very good.
It is very rare that you get a tick on swords, so that's you're unlucky in that sense.
Yeah.
What is your orate?
Orate, not high from what I remember. Yep, it's a 3.
Okay, put ticket.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys. I have to check on something real quick.
Cool.
All right. I'm just gonna check one thing anyways. I have to move over something. I don't have the round listed, do I? I will fix that. I'm gonna bring over the round so you can actually see what round it is. Get white. All right, it is there now. I have to admit, like, obviously I couldn't play through a feast every session, but they're pretty cool. Like, I think
They're
they
really
add.
good.
I like the improv piece that they add to the game. Maybe that's more mine. What are your thoughts, Liam? What do you feel about it?
On what specifically? Sorry, I was on Twitter.
No worries. Your thoughts on the feasts? I was just saying that I like the improv. Like, I couldn't do it every single session, but I love the improv piece that it adds because it's like things that I'm not planning. It just kind of comes out of left field.
Dude, for sure. I mean, when it was pitched to us at first, I was kind of like, oh, yeah, okay, I can see that feast deck. All right, but legit, when you mentioned we were doing a feast today, I was like, oh, hell yeah, we're doing a feast again.
Yeah.
Like, I do love me some feast.
I'm back. Sorry, guys.
Hey, welcome back. I got in trouble.
Oh, what did you do?
I was on Twitter and Bob asked me a question.
Oh, naughty Liam. I've recorded your geniality.
Thank you, sir.
Lovely.
The sword is the best weapon. No joke.
It is.
Literally
Guys have
in like Pendragon, that's probably actually true. So,
I wonder if
argue.
there's ever just some nerd that says the dagger. Nothing's better than when you push someone down and stab them in the neck. That's when people start slowly edging away. That's what Sir Jareth says is the best weapon, I bet.
Nothing more honorable than a knife.
Knife to the back.
You know what? You're so right, Jaredith. Allow me to demonstrate.
All right, so we are up for round 2. So it's your go. Back to Gortrix.
Roger that. Let me bring out the cards. Because you know I'm gonna do it.
I know. It's to the point where I don't even ask you what you guys are gonna do. I figure if there's anything in particular you want to do, you're gonna reach out and be like, how do I do that? And then we'll look up anything other than the cards. Otherwise, the cards are probably just gonna happen every single time.
Exactly. Glory Hound, why do your friends get all the good opportunities? Not this time. If you drew more than one card, you must discard all other cards you drew. You can keep other keeper cards you already have in play. You may look at each other player's cards before any cards are played. Choose one card from among theirs. You may play that card as if you have drawn it yourself. If you do, -1 geniality and reckless. Okay, so I drew more than one card. I must discard all others, so there's no a lady and you.
Oh, that's so sad.
And
That would have been a
it
great
is so
Gortrix card.
sad. Yeah.
He's like the
and
lonely one with no squire, no.
He is the lonely one with
Yeah.
no squire. His dad's
Yeah.
gone. It's just him and his cowardly uncle, and the horses, some of which have been stolen. But something in him, the same kind of suspicious band. He's like, I gotta do something. And so he misses an opportunity. He's gonna keep Glory Hound because he has to. But yeah, he doesn't have to steal cards.
Yeah.
You don't?
You can
No,
choose
I
not to.
may, and I choose, and I may. So there's no requirement that I steal cards from people.
Right. So you have the opportunity to, though. But there's a
Yeah.
negative, but
Yeah.
the negative might be outweighed by the positive, and it's your choice
Yeah.
to be prudent there. Is Gortrix, just to speak to the roleplay piece, is he a glory hound?
He likes glory, but he's not going to get glory at the expense of his friends or the people that he cares about. Like, Gortrix is always down to fight the most dangerous game, to do the thing, but he's always going to do it with the people that he likes.
But he wouldn't be the equivalent
he's
of
never...
a ball hog in sports? Like, because that's what I
No,
see glory hound as.
Yeah. I've taken pains to never kill steal in any of the battles that we've done. I've always asked, you got this? Excellent. So yeah, it's more kind of call of the void.
Yeah.
That Gortrix is like, oh, I could, and he's keeping an eye out, but he might not do it. We'll see.
Right.
So yeah, a lady and you, he misses that chance, and
Sad.
he is going to put Glory Hound down there.
Another feast, another day.
Another feast, another day.
All right, so this is Gortrix
that's
just
me.
kind of mingling, and you can kind of insert yourself into as a side character and into either of the others, especially if you're taking another card. Like, that could be really
Yeah.
amazing.
So I heard your friend knew your father. Well, I bet he knew my
Yes.
father too. Oh no, looks like things have crashed again.
Oh no.
For you or
Oh,
for
no.
everyone?
Yeah, it's gone. He dropped.
I've still got it.
Yeah, so just Thomas.
Yeah, just Thomas.
Thomas is having his this Australian
5,000
internet
thing.
that he
Oh,
speaks
I'm back.
about.
Here he is.
Yep,
Hello.
Australian internet is a well-known myth. But yes, I am back. But yeah, I was just basically saying, oh, he knew your father? I bet he knew my father too. No, absolutely not. We'll see what happens, but I doubt I'm gonna stomp on you.
All right. Well, we shall see.
Keep in mind that people
have
have 2 cards each, right? So as long as
Yeah,
you
we
choose
just get
one
the other.
before the other person does, that would be my only ruling with,
Yeah.
with Glory Hog.
Oh,
well,
yes, that's fair.
Yeah.
It would be
Um,
very in character for Gortrix to do it by accident.
Mr.
Yes, that's fair.
Would you like Dallin to draw 2 from the deck, or the 2 that I accidentally put in my hand?
You
earlier?
can take the 2 from earlier in your hand.
Alrighty,
They
here we
were
go.
drawn.
Bam, bam. Christian Sin and Boasting Knights.
I've never even seen Christian Sin. This is,
The Christian Sin. That's fun. All right.
renowned
So what do we
holy
got here?
person speaks of the sins surrounding feasting. Yeah.
Oh dear. All right, we got spiritual versus wordly. If you gain if you spirituality wins, spiritual wins, you gain +5 bonus to temperate rolls during feast. Further, you may pledge $1 to the church. If you do, you get geniality too. That's good. I like geniality. I have none of that so far.
Mhm.
You got one.
I do what I want, worldly. Boasting Knights. To determine each knight's orate versus one. What's my orate skill? I don't think it's very good. Ooh, it's not good.
Yeah.
All right.
Does that
what's
mean
my-
6 other knights roll orate versus you? Is that what that means?
It's 2d6 plus 3. Oh no,
Okay.
yeah, it's
Yep.
it's 1d6 knights opposed. So
Yeah,
it's
so
each
So I make a
Each of the
d6 knights, and then I roll for their orate, and then I test their orate. That's how that would work.
Jesus.
I think so. Yeah.
Mm.
That's a
That
difficult one.
if
Oh.
if
Yeah.
you win, you can
Well, you
get
get
a lot
one
of
for-
geniality.
Yeah, you get one for
Yeah,
each
you get one
knight
for
you
each
best.
one that you bet. See, here's the thing. I only have an 8, but that's still a pretty good deal, right?
That's
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah, that's actually not bad. Considering
Probably
that
beat a few.
There's no
yeah,
fail
1d6
condition
done.
either. So if I lose, I just don't get anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going. Wait, before I say anything, hey
This-
Thomas, do you want to steal either of these cards?
Okay, let me see. Christian Sin doesn't really fit Goratrix, who is not a Christian. He'd be more like, well, I mean, that's just your opinion, man. But
I mean, that's
Could be.
basically
Um,
worldly wins. To be
Yeah.
fair, yeah.
though he would probably pledge towards the church. But if I lose, that's one geniality loss and get a
God.
necklace. I think it would be
Goratrix,
better for me to not. Oh yeah.
Goratrix drives me so fucking crazy. Thomas, did you just say that Goratrix would donate to a church he doesn't even attend?
Yes.
Are you for real?
The church helps a lot of people.
I do like the
They-
idea of like,
adore
yes,
him.
I'll donate to your church as a reckless action.
He's so good. He's such a good boy.
Okay, all right, fair enough. That's a good point. It would be a reckless action. Yeah, sure. Let's give more power to the people who are moving on persecuting me. Just completely unwitting. You know what? I will steal Christian Sin, and I'm gonna roll spiritual versus
Thought you
worldly.
might.
Amazing. I'm so happy for you.
Woo!
I will
Lovely.
take Boasting Knights, as that is the one that I wanted anyway.
You handle yours first.
All right. So I'll roll 1d6 to see how many knights I'm rolling against here.
And then
You
I'll
want a lot. Oh, just one.
That's the worst possible situation.
I'll test for their number here.
Oh God.
You could still get 2 points of genealogy if you beat. him.
Yeah,
That's true, but
It's a
that's
1 for
still
1.
not
Oh.
great.
double
Oh.
bracket. Oh, 8 and 8.
Oh God! No! Oh.
All right, let's see how this goes.
It's gonna be Sir Dallin the Modest, just because there's no anything.
I mean,
he's like, I'm
be
modest, but
fair-
not really by my choice. Like, just
that is pretty in character for Dallin. Dallin's pretty modest, but also if some motherfucker is talking about how we didn't kill what's his face,
Yeah.
Vortigaunt or whatever his name was, I'm gonna
Vortigaunt.
Dallin is absolutely gonna step in there and be like, actually no, we killed that guy. All
Hey,
right, well,
a success.
you succeeded. That's positive. Now let's hope that
Did
they
they-
don't.
When he rolls.
oh, that's their
Fire.
that's their skill
Yeah.
level. Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
After we're finished with Prince Vortigaunt, I have a brain injury. Injury in my brain.
injured.
My
Ow.
Ow.
my roll 20 is going nuts. There we go. This happens where it acts like I'm typing like 100 times and I'm not. All right. Well, they
2
hard
geniality.
failed. Yeah.
That's 2 geniality.
So they say
Great.
something about how. Oh, what should this be?
Passions? His name was Passions, not Vortigaunt. I've been saying
Okay.
a different name every time.
Yeah, it's Passions. Vortigern was his dad. So you're not terribly wrong. Vortigern's the one who led the Knight of Long Knives.
Is he dead or is he still alive?
He
dead.
is dead.
Hell it dead.
I had to pause there for a second. Yeah, he died like years ago.
Mhm.
All right,
Got
so
killed by Uther, I think.
what are some of the bigger tasks that Dallin's done? What are some of the more passion being one? Is there anything else that like was high glory for Dallin?
That was pretty much the big one. I mean, was part of the vanguard, led the charge, fought their way, got the final stab on Passions. The second fight Dallin was in Maddox's
Second, yeah.
personal
And
unit.
got a critical charge.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Sustained a pretty solid injury and kept fighting. Slayed some cultists. You know,
Okay,
general good stuff.
So this guy is bragging, and he's been a bragger the whole night. He's just one of those guys. He's like mid-20s, and just that guy that just picture that guy you can't stand who brags too often about everything he
He's
does in his
seated
life.
right next to Dallin too.
right next
so
to
like
Dallin.
Dallin has been quiet for most of the night, and then finally it's just like, oh
And you
my
can't
God, this
ignore
guy.
him. And his last boast is about how he slew one of the personal guard of King Pendragon, like that you guys just fought this year, right? One of his personal guards.
Yeah.
I didn't see you anywhere.
Yeah, and then I think that's probably where Dallin chimes up and says,
Yeah, Dallin goes, oh, I didn't realize that you were in that conflict. Me and my friends were in specifically that fight. We killed several of the personal guard ourselves. We were right alongside Maddox in the charge. Like, just loud enough for the people that he's
Yeah.
talking to
Okay.
hear,
Yeah, I hope you like. I think it's enough for. And then at that point, someone says, "Yeah, this is Dallin. This is one of the knights from Salisbury that killed Patient back last year." And it's just kind of it's sort of like the guy just looks at you and just kind of excuses himself. It's very clearly you've outboasted him, and
Yes.
he has a fragile ego. So
Oh, buddy.
yeah,
Buddy, hang on. Dallin's actually gonna stand and follow him and like kind of put a hand on his shoulder and be like, hold on. It's okay to occasionally feel wounded by conversation, but part of being a knight is standing strong and true to your word. So please, there's no need for you to leave. Come, have a drink, have a seat, and instead of focusing on past accomplishments, let's look towards future ones. Yes?
give me an intrigue roll.
Intrigue. All right.
Don't botch
I'm
this.
pretty good at that one. I didn't botch it.
Oh,
You didn't
It was
botch it.
very close.
I was.
To being also.
Yes, very
He
close.
This is just him rejecting his pride outweighs your kind words. Not necessarily that your words are poor, just that you
No,
couldn't
just-
do enough
yeah.
in the moment to convince him of that. And he says, "Thank you, but I have things to tend to. I'm sure I'll see you around." It doesn't sound like a threat. He's just dismissing himself. It's not like "I'll see you around." That would have been the botch,
Yeah.
by the way. Yeah.
Of course.
You've made an enemy for life.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't get to force Bob into naming another character.
Oh, we're totally gonna name the character. Yep. Give me.
No!
Yeah, we're gonna do it. That was coming anyways. So by frequency this time. So give me a D100 roll.
Yes, sir. Slash roll 1D. Oh, that's a question mark. Slash roll 1D100. 1D100. 26.
All right, and I need to get back to this. So 26 is table A. So give me a D10 roll.
Slash roll 1D10.
Yep.
1D10. That's a 9.
9.
9.
Cadwigan.
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 Yeah, he Cadwigan out.
I think it's Cadwigan. Gwagon is what it says here. Glory. It's like battle and glory hound. Ah, that's hilarious.
Oh, yes, that makes sense.
Oh, love it when things work out like that.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Cadwigan. Like Qui-Gon.
Cadwigan.
Yeah.
Attica, no.
WGAN. I don't know where the gwa part of that comes in the middle, but I'm guessing it's Welsh.
Yeah.
I don't. If it seems like a funky pronunciation. All right, Cad be gone. Yeah, I like that. Good call.
Cadwigan.
And he was. All right.
Yeah.
So sorry, just to keep with the rhythm here. To you, Thomas.
Yes. As Sir Dalen returns to his table, he'd note that Sir Gortrix is there as he was, and he is in conversation, kind of like going, excuse me, just as a renowned holy person is talking to him, like trying to get out the, I'm actually a pagan, but not quite managing it.
This is the bishop of Londonium that you spoke to, because that makes sense, right?
Yes, and talked about the love of family.
Yeah. So this is him again, which is why he's in conversation with you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll spiritual. I'm gonna roll worldly. Hope I succeed on spiritual because it's just a beautiful image.
He seems to be locked into like all the people that are drinking too much, and he says, he points over and says, "I bet you that night, even though I know he's married, is going to take that handmaid to his room, to his chambers later." And he's like, just in your ear about this.
Yeah. So Gortrix, who was bringing an entire leg of lamb to like his mouth, just puts it down.
And while you're doing that, he's like, "And don't get me started with the overeating." Like he's not even paying attention to you, though. Yeah.
Yes.
The indulgence.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's roll spiritual. Oh, that's a success.
That's
let's roll worldly.
That's true.
That's a.
Yeah, worldly succeeds.
Worldly
is the higher. So, what do you think? Like, is this guy getting under Gortrix's skin a little bit with his words and stuff? Or?
Not really. He's, instead of like, yeah, I agree, like, overeating and indulgence is good, he's going to say, respectfully, one sin, and in this case it's just eating stuff, which, by the way, you should try the ham. It doesn't automatically mean they're a bad person in the other ways. Like, he seems a devoted man, and I don't think he'd dishonor himself or his wife, so.
And what would you say of the others? These feasts are filled with all sorts of sin, things that take away from the Lord. Would you not agree?
I would not agree. The people who come here are because they're knights in good standing of the king and indeed the Lord, if that suits their fancy. They're not bad people, and if they were, they wouldn't be here.
So you say.
Yeah, that's bishop speak for "you're wrong, idiot."
Yeah, he's not super happy. So,
yeah. I will tick worldly.
Yeah.
And remove a geniality and tick reckless for basically saying if Christianity suits your fancy to a bishop.
I mean, it makes sense. It's a fun little piece, and you are like, Gortrix is unapologetically pagan in a like Tamesmith is not Salisbury. It's not forgiving of paganism.
Yeah.
It's not tolerant of it. Not to the same level, anyways.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But yes, I did that. It's such a shame, though. I would have absolutely donated to the church.
The geniality sucks. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's. You know what?
Yeah.
I will let you pay 1 for 1 geniality. As a failure
I'll absolutely
condition.
do that.
Just because it seems
instead
within Gortrix's like wheelhouse to be like, I don't believe in this at all, but I'm going to pay anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. I know that the Wraith of Bandit attacks around here has, they're cultists, by the way, has also hit a lot of places hard. So I was trying to look for the best place to like donate so that they could get some workers to repair the masonry, get some new monks taught up. Is there like a place to put money?
Yeah.
And he'll just
he's like, please speak with Father, and he like names like the local father of the abbey or whatever, kind of blows you off.
Absolutely, yeah. And he'll go later with £1 and give it to them. Right. It was a lot back in the day, you know.
£1 used to go a long way back when I was a kid. Just be able to go to the candy store and buy a whole week worth of
2
candy.
2 tons of heroin. Yeah.
Heroin. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. All right, so we're on to Edward
All right.
for round 2.
Edward is gonna fuck his shit up. More cards. Helping hand and host calls for a toast. It rhymes.
No.
Serving girl asks for your assistance. Taking care of a drunken knight. Generous versus selfish. This next feast round. Knight remembers your kindness when he wakes. Decline and the knight embarrass themselves and drunkenly blames the serving girl. Okay. Yeah. Host calls for a toast. The host rises, calls for a toast. Courtesy. All players. Opposed. Winning character gains +2 geniality. Partial success +1. Success +2. Critical success +3. Courtesy. Failure. You don't make a complete idiot of yourself. Fumble. The other guests glower at your impropriety.
Impropriety.
-4 geniality.
Jesus.
Ooh.
Oh,
Those
shit.
are high stakes.
Yeah.
But
I think I
the
know what I'm
prize-
going to pick. However,
Yes,
you have your chance to steal.
I do. I would like to take a helping hand.
Can you take
Because
more than
host-
one?
Yes.
Yep. You
Yep,
can take as
okay.
many as you want. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Because if I win, I miss the next feast round, which isn't that bad because I could steal other people's things.
Yeah.
And if I lose the geniality, which makes sense if I can't help someone like that. And host calls for a toast. It's fun for the whole family.
So you take in a helping hand.
Yeah.
Great, because I was going
Um,
to choose host calls toast.
Yes. Yes.
For one, it rhymes. 2, I don't want to lose that other one. It's
Yeah.
all my geniality gone.
Okay, so host calls for a toast. We'll start with Mark here.
Yeah.
So host rises. So this would be the sheriff. He will say to King Uther, may all within his realm bend the knee and support him, and may all who do not fall as swiftly as King Pendragon.
Hey, we were there.
Fairly decent oration from an older, heavier set man. Clearly not as I guess dumb as some some of the other people Uther surrounds himself with. All right, so
We all roll opposed courtesy.
what does this represent?
Basically,
making
calls
toast.
for a toast. So we return his toast like with
With etiquette,
to
basically?
God or
Yeah.
Going around the table. Everybody's got to say a word.
All right, let's do it.
Dolphin.
And these are like drinking
shit.
games, basically.
Yeah.
So this feels like
I don't want to fumble this. I don't want
I
to
don't want to
fumble
fumble
this.
either. I just kind of realized I'm not good at this.
You don't have to
my-
be good. Oh, so
what is? Oh, I gotta know.
Oh, that was close.
failure doesn't make a complete idiot of yourself, so that's good.
Yeah.
We're trying to get the lowest out
Come
of this now.
on. Yeah, it's a failure. We all
I
fail.
get I win technically.
Why am I the most courteous? I've got an 11. You guys.
You are the least courteous.
What is? I want to know what Dallin says, just because he's like normally Dallin would
Yeah.
be like the most. What is Dallin's?
Even-handed in terms of approach, or
Yeah, what is the response here? It's not a
Dallin-
botch, so but it's got to be like a fail, right?
Dallin stands and goes, to the victories of the past and the victories to the future. Just
Yeah,
nothing.
just-
Like, something but
Mhm.
nothing.
Okay. I'm gonna do this. No one passed it, So I'm gonna nix the geniality is gonna drop the 1 here. Like, I think +2 geniality for a failed oration isn't really reasonable.
It is opposed, but yeah, you got a point.
Just with the other
Yeah.
player characters though, so it's pretty
Yeah.
light in its punishment. And
Yeah.
I don't mind it, but it doesn't make sense to me. Like, it'd be if you pass it all,
Yeah.
pass with a 1 or whatever. Like, but a failure to me means that you just didn't say anything
Yeah.
worthwhile. Maybe this is like for Goratrix is going, yeah, or like I don't know. Maybe he's not as bored.
Goratrix just basically says, "Do good hunting."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Good
completely fine with
hunting.
that.
Will we all? We gotta get some goodwill hunting in there. So, the
I too
goodwill
was
and
trying
hunting.
I too was trying to figure out how to make that joke work.
Yeah. Not as fast on my feet, especially at 11 o'clock in there. All right, but yeah, you get 1 geniality. Everyone else, unfortunately, does not. I should have referenced that you can. Battle is not the only time that you can call on your passion for something, but it also means that you like. I've seen in the streams I've watched, I've seen so many people have to like leave a feast and have terrible things happen because they have a breakdown in the middle of the feast.
I just love my father so much.
Doesn't mean, what does this mean anyways? Yeah. Okay, so that card is done. Sorry, Mark. You are perpetually.
Yeah.
I gotta figure Edward just hates feasts. That's what I'm seeing.
Edward hates feasts. He doesn't like being.
Other
I
than
like
maybe
him
eating.
being here because
Yeah.
that stuff happens.
Yeah. And then helping hand to Goratrix.
Yep. I'm going to roll generous. Please succeed. Yeah, okay? Gonna roll selfish. Please fail. Oh, I
Number
succeed
5.
with generous. Yeah.
Hey.
So with that, I see a servant girl just asking for help with taking care of a knight who's slurring his words, like moving around and not having much.
Mhm.
And Goratrix just sees that and goes, "Yeah, sure, I'll help." Lifts him over his shoulder.
Okay.
Let's get you back to your rooms.
So, as a bouncer previously, I'm inclined to say that someone who's drunk usually doesn't want to leave, even though they're well past wanting to leave. So, I'm thinking this is less of a, oh, he's just drunk, and more of a, I'm drunk and a little bit touchy and a little bit fighty. So,
There's nothing that people who are a little bit touchy and fighty love more than being hefted into the air by a large person. So yeah, on the success, he's more like, "I'm gonna help. Excuse me, ma'am." And then, "Don't worry, it's all fine."
give me a strength roll for that piece, for the hefting over. If you're successful, despite his best attempts to fight back, you just.
Could I use size instead? Because it's 3 better. I can perfectly use strength. It's just
I feel you.
size
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Strength is really. I mean, I guess it's not really. Yeah, we'll see if size kind of just. What we're really looking at here is, does he submit more than?
Yeah.
You know, are you strong enough to carry him? He's not wearing his armor or anything else. And you're a pretty big guy. What's your strength? It's not like 9.
Strength is 15, size is 18.
That's fine then.
Yeah, alright, I'll roll this and watch me get a fumble. It's going to be great.
If you get a fumble, it doesn't take away from your outcome, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't take away
that
from
is
the
a
generous.
success.
It might give you a black eye for the morning, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So he protests. He's like, "Hey, put me down," and then you just kind of continue off.
Yeah. No, it's going to be okay. We'll get you back to his room. Do you know where he's staying? Hi, Bishop. As he carries out like a living embodiment
This
of the
is
sin he
fine.
was
Everything's
talking about.
fine. Yeah.
Yep.
The bishop's just looking at you like he doesn't say anything, shaking his head, and like kind of like that. I told you so. Look,
yeah.
You're directed. The handmaid's like, I'll show you.
Ah, thank you. No,
Right.
stop yelling.
And that's
It's fine.
that brings us to round 3.
Yeah. On the beginning of my turn, I miss this feast round because I am helping this man back to his room. Helping.
Right.
Off you go,
I'm
lad.
helping.
All right.
Dallin's
Then
turn.
it's Dallin. Then yeah. Okay. Yeah. And we'll put it right on top of Rickard here. Oh goodness. Inflamed passions and damaged goods.
Ooh.
Like the
Let's
damaged
see.
goods. That's great.
A piece of jewelry snags on a hanging. What is that? Passing cloak. On a hanging or passing cloak, and is damaged, or is in danger of getting lost. It's a dex check. Success, you manage to hold on to it, but the piece is damaged, half Libra value, until repaired. Repairing the jewelry costs 1/10 the value. I am failure. The jewelry flies off and is lost in the crowd. You can roll an awareness each of the following feast rounds. On a success, you find it again. If you roll an awareness, you draw no cards that round. I see.
It does say
say,
specifically discard and draw again if you have no jewelry.
Oh, it's my jewelry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I
You
don't
have
have
any
any jewelry. Oh wait, I might
Yeah.
actually. Fuck. Wait.
Do you have jewelry?
Do you?
That's the question.
I think I do. I think I have
Now this would be terrible for Sir Edward.
Oh yeah, that'd be bad.
I think I have a silver band that's representative of my family or something.
Ooh.
Oh, you know what? I don't think I do. I think that's actually that's Perrin. Perrin's got that. I don't have that.
In that case, you can change that out
I shall. I
Yeah.
shall do that.
because it is an unambiguously bad one.
Throw that into
Yeah.
the garbage.
Okay.
Oh dear.
So this conversation, this at the above the salt
wait.
table.
Well,
Oh,
it gets to draw another one, so I'm gonna check that one first.
Yeah.
The host calls for a dance. Man, the host is fucking having a
Yeah, the
great
host
mood
is
He's a
today,
really
isn't he?
busybody.
wanting audience participation.
Yeah. Apparently, we're gonna have to give this guy he must be a meddler of sorts. Yeah. Or like a socialite.
So
Mm.
no matter what I'm rolling, I'm gonna be rolling 10. But one of them gives everybody involved, and one of them has the risk of a duel. So
Yeah, my dancing's awful.
Mine's horrible.
Oh,
Yeah.
things have crashed again.
at the very least, I'll beat my friends probably. So let's do that one. I think.
Highly likely.
Yeah, let's get rid of inflamed passions. I don't need to get involved in
Such
an
a
argument.
fun one though. Oh.
Sorry, you can't have it, Edward. I know you like to get into brawls at the dinner table. All right, so dance. Look, the host calls for a dance. That's what I'm choosing.
I'm back.
Hello,
Okay.
welcome back.
Look back.
All right. Thomas, does your card explicitly say that you missed your turn or you missed the round?
It says a helping hand, miss the next feast round. So
Round.
I assume that means that,
You're not
I-
here for the dance.
yeah.
You're not here
I'm
for the
joining.
dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yes, sir.
It's just us.
Just you?
And
Alrighty.
all the others. Yep.
Yeah.
Host- The host rises and calls for Carol.
Oh god, I really don't want to fumble this.
It's if you do, losing 4 geniality is rough.
Oh,
Oh,
my
That's
God.
a failure.
that was close.
It's a failure as well.
No
But it's
botches.
the best there. So is that a 1 genealogy
I think
to him?
mine's less of a failure.
I have not rolled below a 17 once this evening.
It'd be really good if they were sword or your best skills, but
The
so good.
one time that I was rolling something I had an 18 in, I fucking botched it.
Yeah.
I sense when because Dylan normally has a pretty good time at the feast. Probably
Mhm.
spent a lot more time. Yeah. So what I'm thinking is that this feast is just not going as well as the other ones. Sometimes you go to like a wedding and it's worse than your standard encounter at a wedding.
Talon's just bored tonight.
Yeah.
Like, I think nothing's happening, and they kind of wish they were home, and they're still kind of dwelling on the whole cultist shenanigans.
And the
Like,
creepy uncle.
Yeah, I think it's just not a very pleasant evening
Bad
so far.
vibes,
So
yeah.
not feeling the mood for dancing.
Yeah.
All right, so that is one geniality for Edward.
Woo! Pity prize.
Edward. Yeah. Don't feel like dancing. Tell them when you're good.
All right, Edward.
All right, let's go.
Bring it home.
Big cup of fuck me up. Okay, gossip.
Angry dogs.
dogs. Ooh.
Oh, actually, host dogs bark whenever you come near. That's good stuff, considering.
Oh, he's a sheriff too.
Yeah.
Oh, and with everything that's happened.
Okay. All right, failure is not actually a bad thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
and even a fumble, the feast's already over.
that's true. What's the other one do? Keep this card. That's not useful to me.
Because of
Yeah,
the round.
no, it's the end, so I'm gonna take angry dog.
Okay.
So courtesy or folklore? Which one is worse? Folklore. Gonna roll folklore.
To maximize the chance of failure.
Alright, here we go. If I roll a 1.
Oh.
So glad I rolled folklore.
Yeah,
Goodness.
2 geniality, and you can roll temperate.
Oh, I'm actually good at this. Success.
You can
Temperate.
tip temperate.
And I gain 2 genealogy.
Already listed.
Nice. That's
think-
good.
yeah.
Wait. So like,
think
if you fail, it's better off, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in this
Mm.
case, it's just he doesn't let his superstition get to him. He's just like, it's dog being dogs. Doesn't care.
A couple drinks in, doesn't think about
Yeah.
the yellow sign that's been on your mind.
Yeah, no. It's like, I'm sure this has nothing to do with that weed experience I had not long ago.
Nah.
Yeah,
It's
definitely
fine.
not.
It's fine.
Nah.
All right. I have to ask you all, just as a quick aside, have any of you seen True Detective Season 1?
I haven't.
No? Go watch it. It's an excellent... The first
Okay.
season, they're like... a single season is a different story. It's some of the best TV acting out there. Matthew McConaughey and
Is it
Woody
Kevin
Harrelson.
Bacon?
Woody Harrelson.
Woody
The first
Harrelson.
season was Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey. It's some of Matthew McConaughey's like best screen time ever.
Cool.
Woody Harrelson pulls off a pretty amazing piece too. Supporting cast is
Yeah.
really good. Story vibes with some King Yellow stuff. It's set in Louisiana. It's a detective show. It's pretty cool. It's dark.
Nice.
I'll check it
It's
out.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like me some detective stuff.
Yeah. All right, so we'll zoom back in here. That is the end of the feast. I think from there we go to the hunt the next day. Is there anything you wanted to do that night?
Go to bed.
If Merlin does not appear, then Sir Goratrix will, re-entering to just notice that everyone was going, just like, alright. And just, generally, try to track down the servant girl, see that she is alright and, wasn't, unduly bothered by the drunken man. And then after that, head to his room.
Maddox lets you know that he's placed the guard in the cell until such a time as when Merlin returns.
Excellent.
And the prisoner, did I say guard? Prisoner in the cell. He also he's accepted, obviously, the head you probably wouldn't have had to bring along. That was for your own count. Like, they wouldn't need to see that,
Yeah.
right? The count's word is good enough for the king. Actually, a knight's word is good enough, but count would have. Yeah, actually, what is that going to be worth for you all?
I'm absolutely fine with bringing the head to this feast.
No, nothing like that. Just a
I've
reward
decided
for what
months
you went
ago.
through.
Gotcha. Yeah, just a
Um,
5-month-old head.
Rotted.
You can all take just if you don't have
Ooh.
to. Yeah,
Just.
because I
I
mean,
like
you were enacting justice, right? With your
Yes.
Oh,
Mm.
I'm
Just as a
so
must.
just. I'm gonna be so just, you guys. I've already got a 16 in it.
Oh, that's very
Nice.
good.
It's by far my well, not by far, but it's pretty close to my it is my best one by a little
Yeah.
bit. So
and that matters a
Indeed.
lot. Like in those cases, a lot of time you won't even test it. It'll come out in certain scenarios where that's what you're known for. Like you know, with a bit more glory, you might even be known as Down the Just, right?
Ooh.
Better than Goratrix, the won't sit still.
It's gonna be Edward the Vengeful.
Goratrix the ants in his pants.
Yes.
No, it's nothing like
We've been
that.
sitting here for what seems like hours. It's been 2 seconds. You've just got here.
Yeah, it'd be like Goratrix the Athletic or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. It's Edward the Bastard.
Which
We
one?
don't call him that because he was born out of wedlock.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with where he was born.
Yeah.
We have to specify that every time we say it around him.
Okay. Let me just. If you all want to chat for a couple minutes, we're gonna do our last scene here. It's gonna be like a shorter hunt, but I need to pull something up because it was a bit of a random scenario. So
Yeah.
got some plans, but I gotta look them up.
Speaking of detective-y/police dramas, I recently started watching Justified, which
good.
I like.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, very much so.
I don't know.
I wouldn't hire him if I were in charge of hiring police, but you know, he gets the job done.
I mean, really, is it a good one of those shows if it is someone that you should actually hire? I think that's like part of the.
Can
Part
you
and
imagine
parcel.
following that? Yeah, exactly. Well, we've discovered the crime. I'm going to spend 2 hours filing out paperwork. Then I'm going to question witnesses for the next 10 hours. And then after that, I'm going to go to get some food. And then after that, I'll catch the criminal. And then after that, yeah.
And so on and so on.
I'm a great detective. I'm just a really boring person.
Yeah.
I would watch Boring Cop. If yeah, just a good,
Just
competent.
him at a desk filling
Yeah.
out
Paperwork.
Yeah, like
Hours.
dealing with dealing with office politics, like
noise
going to
complaints.
places.
Just
Yeah,
Didn't
No.
the other guys didn't they end up solving the crime because of like filing paperwork? They realized some irregularities in like the budget or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, like I think that's fun. I think that could be a
That
fun
guy.
show.
Boring Cop. Yeah.
I mean, that's kind
but
of
like-
Columbo though, isn't it? Like,
Well, yeah, but Columbo breaks so many laws.
Yeah.
Columbo's
like,
basically
any
a
of it-
criminal.
Yeah.
there are a lot of scenes. I've been watching the show again. There are a lot of scenes of him
Columbo's
just
so
like
good.
waiting through a line at like a civic building to
Yeah.
like go and get
to just-
redirected to another room because they don't have the form he needs in this one. Like,
Yeah. I love Columbo so much, but everything he does is entrapment and illegal seizure of evidence.
God
Well,
bless that
yes,
man.
sir, I know, but I dug the bullet out of your private residence 3 hours ago, so you can't have actually been shot at. So tell me, what exactly is... Oh, wait, you were in my house? You were in my house without my permission 3 hours ago. I mean, you got me, I'm the killer, but that's still not cool.
He has a warrant.
That's
About
a
50%
crime.
Time.
Yeah.
Breaking and entering.
Yeah. But I just love to watch... Because if you guys have played Disco Elysium, there is a specific archetype, which is Boring Cop, which is basically you don't do any of the zany stuff. You're not a hobo cop. You don't scream about the end times coming. You just get the job done. And that's what I would watch a cop show about that. Just in the precinct, there are other people who are like brilliant, mad geniuses, but broken in a way. They've got a terrible home life, or they've got an alcohol problem, or they see things and that helps them solve the crime. And it's just boring cop following evidence, chasing down leads, asking questions. That's it. That's what I watch. Yeah.
I'd
And
watch
like,
it too.
yeah, and every now and again he has lunch with a, no, you gotta see everyone's guilty, you just have to figure out how. And he's just like, Terrence, you realize that nobody listens to you when you're like this.
That's just not a good philosophy to have. Like,
Yeah,
in
it's
this
not a
kind of
good
line of work.
philosophy.
No,
Yeah, in this line of work, especially now.
these things are far more complicated than that.
But you're gonna say that my cocaine addiction doesn't make me good at police work too, don't you?
No,
Actually,
it doesn't.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
is this the
of
first time you
Narc.
said that to people?
I'm pretty sure that's the plot of the game Narc. Like, I'm pretty sure that's how that goes.
As you all arrive the next day for hunting, everyone's are all three of you going? By the way, should verify.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Edward was nice and drunk the night before, hanging out with the mercenary knights.
Dorchik wasn't.
Dallin will be present.
Oh yeah, for sure. Dallin's for sure coming. I mean, Dallin's not gonna be happy about it, but they're coming.
Yeah, that's fair. Weird. One sec.
God, what is my hunting again?
There we go.
3. Oh God.
Just fun. I want to see what I would have gotten on that dancing roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're all tired from carrying that drunk man up 3 flights of stairs. You got it.
Give me. I'm not even gonna have you give me awareness rolls. The dogs, like the hunting dogs, seem just as they were last night. They seem very interested in Edward.
Should we
Do you
all
have-
roll a folklore to see if we're bothered by that in a way that Edward was not?
Sure.
Oh, hey,
wonderful.
success for you.
Yeah.
Because it's so low, I'll give you a free tick on it too.
Oh, killer.
Yeah, like when you actually succeed at something under like 3 or under, I'll probably just be generous, and then I'll tick my generous on my GM.
Yeah.
It'd be great
That's
if
a
you had
slippery
like a
slope.
GM sheet and it was like you're out
Yeah.
of character, your fourth wall.
Yeah.
I normally GM this way, but I have to be. Oh, it says I have to be
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It says I have to be merciless now.
Just vicious. But Dallin, maybe it's kind of what's happened recently. We'll say obviously Gortrix would be right up there with this. But you just noticed that the dog seems really interested in Edward. Kind of seems to be almost kind of trying to get. Doesn't look like he's trying to bite him. Looks like he's trying to sniff at him, and he keeps kind of rising onto his hind legs, almost as if he's trying to get up towards Edward on his horse.
Do you have a sausage somewhere in your drawers?
I'm a child, but it's just
No.
in your drawers, especially. I'm
Yes.
like, give
Yeah.
up.
Dortrix
Dallin-
did not notice.
Dallin looks pretty uncomfortable. Go ahead and keep talking. Dallin will speak up in a second.
I mean, it looks like it's trying to get at something. Like maybe it smells food from the night before.
I don't know. I probably still smell of ale.
It's an
my
omen.
head hurts.
Yes, sir,
It's an
Dallin?
omen. It's an omen. Oftentimes, it's believed that dogs can sense darkness.
Oh. And Gortrix immediately goes, "That thing that I've been worried about, it's justified by these dogs. Sir Dalen's smart."
What? I mean, to be quite frank, that sounds ridiculous.
At this point, the
Then again,
sheriff kind
I
of
might
comes
be
out.
drunk from before.
Dude, everybody, we weren't talking about anything.
The sheriff kind of looks around and yells at his dog, "Get down." I don't know what's been with these few. They've acted weird. Were weird last night as well. Nevertheless, we should be on our way. Forest is ahead.
Of course.
Indeed.
Indeed. Let's be off. Ooh, that sun is bright.
Ah, I see you followed instruction. That's my boy.
What instruction?
Yeah. He laughs at that. The bishop and I are always
That's
disagreeing about this and that. That's one of the things. Feasts are my favorite. If he had it his way, they would be boring. Terribly boring.
He certainly had a vendetta, almost.
Vendetta? No, just... He's petty. Yes, he's petty. He had trouble, if I remember the stories, with a drunk father.
Oh, yes. That's terrible.
Yeah. I never did ask, now that I think about it, if it was one of the faith or his own parent.
That's a good point. It could have been either.
At this point, you guys are riding and mounted. I'll get you all to give me a hunting roll.
Indeed.
You can add 5 to this roll, actually.
Ooh.
This involves the
Ooh.
dogs.
Success.
It would have
If
been
it
a
didn't have
crit.
5, it'd be a crit. Damn dogs.
Stupid dogs.
In that case, actually, that's still a crit. So, just
Oh, good. Thank God.
in this particular
Thank dog.
case.
Alright, I believe in you, Sir Dalen.
All right, here we go.
On.
Where is it? There it is.
Go, Sir Dalen.
Oh,
Oh.
bullets.
Nothing below a 17.
Oh.
Could have been worse.
You're
Yeah,
gonna get
it
your
could have
first
been
one
much
on the
worse.
next battle, like when you're actually having
Yeah.
to swing your sword.
Yeah,
You're just wearing out all your high numbers right now. All right, so on the way,
Gosh, would have been so embarrassing.
the dogs begin to pick up speed as they get closer to some sort of prey in the forest. But as that's happening, you're not in full speed ahead, but you're trotting along. The sheriff leans over to you all and says, "Did you enjoy the feast? How did it go? What were your thoughts?"
It went pretty well. I met interesting people, and I carried them to their rooms.
Yes, I saw that. And the two of you, did you enjoy yourself?
Yes. It was a lot of activity and good food and drink. I enjoyed it quite a lot.
Actually, he blows right over you. That will be like your positive. Like, he doesn't even worry about you. He says, "The two," and he pauses and says, "Well, I know you had fun." And he moves over to Dallin. Right?
The company was very pleasant. I admit I'm not much one for crowds, but I have very much enjoyed your hospitality.
Not one for crowds. Well, I suppose you all are from Salisbury. You're not used to the crowds that we have here. It's understandable. I myself loved them. It was a new thing to sit there at the high table. I have only a few to speak to, though, of course, the king himself and the prince. Wonderful. The king was in really high spirits. Haven't seen him like that, to be honest. Seemed like he really enjoyed himself. Well, I mean, until someone brought up Duke Bourgeois, but
Oh?
seemed to
Yeah.
sour the mood. Oh, we lost the Thomas.
We lost Thomas.
Yeah, I'll
Thomas
continue.
is gone again.
No, he's back.
The
He's
interwebs
back.
hate you tonight.
From
Normally
out-
you're pretty stable.
Do they absolutely do? But yeah, the last thing I heard seemed in high spirits. I haven't seen them like that in a while.
Yeah, and he followed up with, well, until someone brought up Duke Leroy. That seemed to change his tone for the rest of the night, unfortunately. By the end, when everyone else was drunk, he was quiet. Sad to see him that way.
Yeah. I hope the whole Duke Ola business gets sorted out soon. He's been, from what gossip has said and our personal experience, absent from pretty much every feast that the prince has also been in.
Well, yeah, there's certainly a rivalry that dates back, or at least that's what the gossip says. They were both very trusted by Uther's late brother, the late king. Seems that rivalry continues, and unfortunately now they both have roles where they must interact politically, and that is not... Well, it could be worse, I suppose.
Could be war.
War. No one would think war with Uther. They would be a fool to do so. Come, ahead, the dogs. And with that, that's just an excuse. Like, the dogs are moving along just fine, but he chooses that opportunity to distract away from the deep conversation here.
Indeed.
As he rides ahead, Dallin just kind of like sighs to Gortrix. It's like, and goes, it's like he doesn't remember the actual war we fought earlier this year.
Well, I mean, war with Uther did go very badly for them. We could kick Gorlo's ass.
It's not an impossibility, though.
No, it isn't. I hope it doesn't come to pass.
Okay, so we're gonna do some basic rolls here. I don't think we need to do like a hunt, right? Like, I think there'll be more meaningful scenarios with that in the future. You do come upon a black bear. That's what you're
hell yeah
facing. So we're just gonna do some basic attack rolls, like spear rolls. I'm presuming that's what you're supposed to use in a hunt, right? So why don't you all give me a riding roll and a hunt roll, or sorry, riding roll and a spear roll, or lance, right? And
thank God, a lance.
This is just generally how you do throughout. So these two rolls will tell how you do, like, narratively throughout the.
Does my crit do anything from the hunting roll?
It means you're like first in there. It will factor into the narrative.
Okay.
But by the way, you have spear, not hunting. Or that was Dallin.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Oh.
So horsemanship for all three of you, and then spear or
okay.
lance for all three.
Nope, that's a fumble.
Ooh, somebody's getting bit by bear! Hooray!
Yeah.
Because I am on a horse, do I get the horse bonus for lancing?
No, not against the bear.
Not against a bear. Too big. Too furry.
Big
Let's
boy.
do this. Leroy! Success.
Okay, success. Mark, you can still choose to do like a spear roll.
Can I use lance? Does it have to be
yeah. Yeah, because this is like an overall narrative. Okay. So. Yeah.
Alright, cool. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very nice.
Okay, basically it's one of those things where Edward actually is the first there, which is the hunting roll, and he's the first to put the spear in the bear, who turns to face him just as he does it. So he bravely faces down with it. What's the brave trait again? Called?
Valorous.
You can take valorous. Here.
Woo.
That's from the critical hunting roll.
Okay.
But what he does next is basically the bear moves its arm, and just the sheer weight of it, and your horse kind of rearing back from being face to face with this bear, throws you from your horse.
All right.
And give me 1d6 damage without your armor.
Okay. 2.
Okay, not so bad.
I'll heal him nice and quickly.
Do you have a bit of a thud?
No.
And we'll say like a sprained ankle for the crit fail. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Gortrix cries out in concern as he sees Edward fall down.
So
You just say, "Ah, shit!"
yeah, all of you were successful at spearing this thing, right?
Yep.
So I think within a very short amount of time, basically Dallin and the sheriff and Edward, or not, Gortrix, I mean, not Edward, begin to circle the thing, each taking a spear at its blind side, and the beast drops to the ground.
Yeah. Oh, I got a good damage roll if that was useful. 4 5s.
Yeah, you can't really charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really
It's the
use.
same amount of it's the same amount of dice anyway. But
Yeah.
it's just good to know.
Yeah, and bears have a lot of health, so that wouldn't have dropped it.
No,
Yeah.
But the three of you would have been successful.
Yeah.
And the sheriff's right in there too, very skilled with the spear and riding. And yeah, I think that is, so we're nearing midnight. I think we're gonna go ahead and close there, and we're closing.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
We're closing the year 41. So on the next session, we'll be doing the winter phase to begin with, and then we'll be driving right into Easter and spring. So,
Hell yeah.
Woo!
All right, beautiful.
Exciting. All right.
we're gonna do a little bit of an Easter feast at the beginning, but it's gonna be set in Sarum, so back in your homeland. Think about if there's anyone you might want to talk to and stuff. Maybe we'll stay away from. As much as the cards are useful, I think we'll try not to do back-to-back feasts like with cards.
Yeah.
Because I think it's old.
More heavy on the role play.
Yeah. But if there's anyone you want to see or interact with, we'll still use the beats of it, and we'll still allow the cards, I guess. But just think about if you want to do intrigue or something like that, those opportunities will be there. So, example for Gortrix, if you wanted a squire, you could probably pursue that, or a relationship. You could try to hire a mercenary knight. Like, there's lots of things you can do at those. I think if we start thinking in that way, then it won't seem like cards are the only opportunity, right? And then they become more the fill
That's
of,
true.
well, I'm done with anything I had on my agenda. So think about if there's anything you guys wanted to accomplish politically, and that'll be what that one's more geared at. So
Assassination isn't honorable.
no, turns out.
No.
Many
Jareth
people can be
lives
challenged
now.
to duels.
So you did have your first backstab ever, technically. Or wait, you didn't. The other two did.
Yeah.
You were.
I straight up said, "You're my enemy," and then got a staff in the face for my trouble.
Yeah. You're busy flying through the air at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe we'll just do some quick outros. Did anyone have anything they want to go over before outros?
Good on my end.
Okay. Cool.
Nope.
So I'm Bob, still working on the technical pieces, but I feel like we're getting, like, by the time we're actually out of this whole beginning thing, we might actually have, like, the technical piece underway, actually solved. We won't fix every single technical issue, but it seems like we're getting less and less complications to getting into game at the right time. So that's fun. And so reminder, we're going with this group till the end of 484. We're getting really close, guys. Yeah.
Hey.
So we got probably, I'm guessing by the pacing, we've only done 2 years and like 9 sessions. I'm guessing we're going to get down to about 2 to 3 per year. So we've probably only got about 6 or 7 more sessions.
Yeah, our guys are growing up.
Right.
Indeed, and then on to the off the prologue and into the primary game. I'm Bob. Thanks everyone for watching. I have nothing else to add today. Nothing new. Oh, I guess that's not true. We are starting our YouTube video Xanthia project. I've done. If you go to my YouTube, you can see the initial sort of trailer for it, and then Thomas's character creation process will be posted this Wednesday, and then there'll be a new one every Wednesday from there till we get all 5 of the folks in. And on to Thomas.
Hello, I'm Thomas. I've been playing Goratrix, and absolute pleasure to be here as always. Thank you to Bob, and thank you Mark and Liam, and thank you viewers, of which at the moment I think there are 6, including us. But speaking of, there is a Discord for all of us, and I believe that's linked somewhere in the Twitch and YouTube. And if you want to join us, we'll be happy to have you.
Excellent. Thanks, Thomas. Good point on the Discord. I forgot to plug that. Mark.
Yeah. Hi, y'all. I have been Mark, playing Edward. I hope you all have enjoyed watching either here live or watching later VOD or YouTube. Yeah, as Thomas said, join Discord. Got lots of fun things in there. Some fun random memes about the game and different kinds of stuff. I'm looking forward to the Xanthus project, and I hope you'll enjoy that when that comes out. And hope you all have enjoyed. That's
Thanks, Mark.
Right
Liam.
on. Hi, I've been Liam. I've been Sir Dallin of Durnford. You can follow me at Twitter. I say funny things sometimes at Darth Coakley. I also stream on Twitch occasionally, and I do it's the same username, same handle there. And I'm also in Xanthus, so I'm gonna shamelessly plug that as well. Come watch that when that's out, because I'm very excited for that one for sure. So.
Thanks. Yeah, really good point. One thing I forgot to mention with Xanthus too is that it's going to be, I said YouTube videos, and there is no live stream for that one, I should point out. So they'll just be uploaded regular videos, hoping for about 1 a week. And they'll be shorter sessions, but it should be fun. There was also a mention that the Discord isn't plugged in Twitch. If you go to YouTube, my YouTube, which is linked in Twitch, you should be able to see the Discord from there. And I'll see what I can do about getting it actually on Twitch. So, all right. Thanks everyone for watching, and we will see you. Sorry, I should check with the group. Everyone good for next Sunday?
I'm good.
Yep.
Okay.
Alrighty.
We shall see you next Sunday.